is Mike McDonald with WebProNews, and we are in San Jose for Search Engine Strategies, and I'm with Dave Roth from Yahoo.
How you doing?
Dave, good. How are you doing?
Great.
Now, this is interesting because, this is a SEO, SEM show, and you work for Yahoo,
Yes.
but you do the SEO, SEM for Yahoo,
Exactly.
actually. So you are covering a huge, broad gambit of different divisions and services aimed at all different kinds of the population, I suppose, right?
Exactly, yeah. At any given time, we might be marketing 15 different properties just in the U.S.
Right.
And our SEO practice is global, so we've got, every country, every property.
So when you have a property like Yahoo that has all these different directions and different divisions and segments, where do you even begin with the SEO and the SEM and
Exactly.
that? So,
Well, there was a lot of SEO and SEM going on at Yahoo when I got there 3.5 years ago, but it was mostly being done, it was pretty fragmented, right? Like everybody was kind of doing their own thing. So my role there has largely been around kind of standardization and process. What does it mean at Yahoo to do SEM? How do we think about it? How do we organize around it? Do we do it in-house? Do we outsource it? Do we, how do we think about ROI and valuation? What kind of standards do we set? How do we manage planning? So it's been, a lot of sort of blocking and tackling,
Right.
if you will.
now, from a SEM perspective, a search engine marketing perspective, what does the process look like for you guys at Yahoo?
On the paid side?
Yeah.
Well, so we're just SEM guys. So I've been doing paid search as long as there's been paid search, and we do it there just like you do it anywhere else. We happen to have a pretty decent network, right? So we get a lot of traffic off of YSM, but we behave mostly like a lot of other direct marketers. You give me $1, I got to give you $2 back, right? And as long as I can do that, I can spend money.
Mm-hmm. And we talked a minute off camera about you got fantasy football and things
Right.
like that coming up.
Yep.
So I guess monitoring that seasonal or that timely event-oriented stuff is a big deal to you guys.
Yeah, so it's very. I think you're onto it. We've got let's say we've got 10 different businesses that we're marketing. That's 10 different seasons to worry about. So so fantasy is the obvious one because it comes and it goes, right? On the first day of the NFL season, that promotion's basically over, right? So, and that's been a lot of fun getting back into the fantasy football because that's something
I'm a
that
huge fan.
yeah,
Huge fan.
and it's something that you can kind of touch and see and relate to. So that things like that are a lot of fun where you can jump on a big campaign, you can make a big splash, you can definitely watch all the signups happen, watch your conversion rates go up. So that's a lot of fun. But yeah, we're just coming off the travel season, the peak of the travel season, and we're going to head into the shopping season pretty soon, So it's always something. There's always something. Well, there's always several things going on, right?
Well, especially when you've got so many different components of your business you're dealing with. Now, when you have something like fantasy coming up or the shopping season or whatever, is it just full court press? Everybody's focused dead on this, or do you?
Right.
How do you divvy that up?
Yeah, that's a good point. So we actually have sort of different folks who handle different parts of the business, right? So, for example, shopping, to your example, we've got people in-house who manage that. And yeah, when it's lockdown, once, October 1st hits and you start to ramp up into the Q4 shopping season, we generally don't try and get cute about anything, right? But, at the same time, we do have other campaigns that are running. So it's not like an all hands on deck, go do shopping, right? I mean, everyone's got to have their jobs, and we got to make sure all the businesses are getting taken care of all the time because, we get together, we watch the data every day, and we get together once a week and report on results across all the properties, right, as a group. So, you got to stay on top of everything.
So, I would think in that kind of scenario that it's very important for everybody to be on the same page in terms of the objective. I mean, what is your measurement for success, or the bar? Where are you setting that? I mean, is that?
Yeah. Well, so that's sort of where we start, right? So, I mean, I think that was one of the things that I recognized that we needed to do right away was, create some internal tools and processes where we could very easily say, okay, this is how we're defining our success. What is, and the beauty of search marketing is that you can support whatever business goal the company has, right? So if the company says, we're trying to do X, Y, and Z, we can tweak our search marketing campaigns and do that, right? So we made a big shift last year to this year. And, we were optimizing for, let's say we were optimizing the revenue last year. It all became about profit this year. So, we turned the ship 15 different ways. And, that's the fun part about search marketing is that you can just,
Quick.
Yep.
All right, man. Well, thanks for taking time to talk to us. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Thanks a lot. This is Mike McDonald with WebProNews, and we are in San Jose for Search Engine Strategies.